What's up, guys? Welcome back to Pearl Media. In today's episode, we'll be reacting to another Kevin Samuels video. Let's get into it.
Hi, Kevin.
Hello, how old are you?
I'm 25.
Have you been on here before?
Uh-uh.
All right.
I requested, but it didn't go through.
All right. So what's worse? Are you single or are you married?
I'm single, and I'm actually a single mother. And honestly, I feel like one.
Okay.
I feel like it's worse being a single parent because it's kind of embarrassing. It's like, I feel like I should have gotten married first, and I feel like I should have made better decisions before having a child with someone, or he should have been my husband.
How old is your child?
He's about to be 3.
And how old is how is the child's father?
He's 28.
And you're 25?
Mm-hmm.
How long are you guys together?
We weren't together. We was just casually dating, and I just ended up getting pregnant.
No. Why do y'all say that?
I mean, I didn't end up getting pregnant. I got pregnant because I was having sex. Of course, I'm not saying it was a mistake because I had a choice to have my son or not. But
then what was it?
It wasn't a mistake. I just decided to have my son regardless of the father.
I'm curious.
Mm-hmm.
When y'all talk like this, y'all make it seem like if it wasn't a mistake, then what was it?
What do you mean?
Because everything you said up to this point makes it sound like what you did was a mistake.
It feels like a mistake now, but when I did it, I didn't think of it that way.
Well, but you said you just said it wasn't a mistake.
It wasn't the sexual part of it. No, it wasn't.
Okay, well, everything you said up to this part where we're talking about now made it sound like your choice to do all of this was a mistake. I should have done this. I should have done that.
Mm-hmm.
But then you're saying having my child wasn't a mistake.
Deciding to actually have my son, I decided to do that. I could have got an abortion. It's many other routes I could have taken other than having my child, but I decided to have him. But as far as getting pregnant, no, that wasn't a mistake. I had sex unprotected. It was a mistake.
A mistake is something you did not intend to do.
Mm-hmm.
You intended to get pregnant?
It was a bad decision.
Did you intend to get pregnant?
No. I didn't.
And it was a mistake.
I wasn't thinking about that.
Dropping a glass, having a car accident. That's a mistake. It's an error.
Mm-hmm.
So what you're saying doesn't make any sense. You're being double-minded. If you didn't get pregnant on purpose, you got pregnant on accident or by an error. Right?
Yeah.
You erroneously chose not to use condoms and contraceptives. Okay. And see, I'm listening to women who listen to you ladies, and you talk like having your kids is not a mistake because you don't want to have your kid hear that mama said I was a mistake. But if you don't think children of single parents feel like mistakes, let me tell you, they do. We ask. Because everybody else can look and see mamas and daddies everywhere else. And if you don't think your son or daughter, when they reach the age of being able to understand this or that, they're going to ask you, where's my daddy? Why didn't y'all get married? Did y'all do this on purpose? Was I a mistake? And you better have an answer.
You're right.
That's why you see all them hearts. Because I've asked the question, were your mother and father married?
Nope.
How many children your mother have?
My mom has 3, including me.
Did you ask her about your origin story?
No, I actually didn't. I really didn't even think about that. Of course, I wonder where my dad was. I did.
Mm-hmm. Were you first, second, or third in the birth order?
First.
But, in our community, it's kind of easy to when you got 80% of the kids being born out of wedlock to not think anything is wrong.
Mm-hmm. No, I started to wonder where my dad was. It started affecting me once I got older and started.
But you never asked her?
I didn't start to think to ask her until I started getting older and I started seeing other girls with their dads and stuff. Mm-hmm. And then
about what age? About what age?
I think the first time I questioned that, I was probably about 9 or 10.
Okay, and that's what I'm saying. And Did you ask her anything?
I didn't ask her about
Mm-hmm.
as far. I asked her where my dad was. That
What'd
was
she
the
say?
question.
What'd she say?
Actually, she introduced me to him, and she had been talking to him the whole time. She just didn't want him in my life, and that kind of messed me up a lot. But
Thank you. Thank you. There's something missing. You started asking, and it turns out that your mother was doing what she wanted for her, not for
yeah,
your best interests. We got to start calling this stuff mistakes. We have a community where you can't question mama. You can't question women. That's why people hate. That's why so many people hate me. I got the nerve to ask. You got to. Black women in our community are second only to God. And the two people you don't question in the black community is God and mama. That's bullshit.
you're
Because
right.
mama's human and makes mistakes. So I do you want to have any additional children?
No, honestly, the only way I'll have another child is if I'm married.
Mm-hmm.
And this is someone that I really feel like is going to be in my life long term, or at least in my child's life, because
Mm-hmm.
relationships don't always work. But if you're not a
They
dependable
don't work
man,
because of what?
I mean, it could be anything,
No,
even
it
if it's
can't really be.
something that,
It's not really could be anything. Relationships don't work because of one primary reason. Why is that?
I mean, it could be a lot of things.
Somebody leaves.
Yeah,
That's why
if you're not
relationships
willing to
don't
deal
work.
with somebody's crap.
Who leaves relationships the majority of times, men or women?
mm, I feel like it's women because of our
70
emotions
to
and
80% of
feelings.
the times women file for divorce. In our community, it's even higher. So when you ladies say, when I'll be in a relationship and I'm cool with this as long as something don't happen, the thing that happens is women. Men don't do what you talk about. This is duality, the double mindedness of so many women. If you don't if you're with a man that's worth has character and you don't leave, how's it going to be bad?
You're right. I
That,
have a
that
question.
Okay, but before I want to get to the next point,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll answer your question.
Okay.
Out of 100%, what percentage chance do you think you have of getting married in your lifetime?
I have no idea. I'm gonna say it's a 50-50. It might be less because I'm a single parent, but I'm not
Okay,
sure.
all right. So I want you to think about this. One out of four black women will marry in their lifetime. And you're telling me that you got a 50-50 shot after a child.
No.
And the thing is, I ask you that question because you ladies don't think about it. And you never really sit down and say, what is the likelihood that I will really be married in my lifetime? You just hope it happens. Hope is not how adults do stuff. We plan because hope removes all accountability from you. And this is why we end up saying, God gonna send me somebody. No. So what's your question?
Actually, my question is, how do I better myself as a woman now that I'm a single parent? I messed that.
Mm-hmm.
I messed that up. Yeah, I did. But I'm trying to better myself as a woman so that I'm more deserving of a husband. But I don't really have any examples of the type of woman I should be. I don't, I watch you a lot and
Okay.
I listen to you, but I need like real
Okay. Well,
advice.
okay. Let me ask you. Your child's father, does he have any more kids?
Mm-hmm.
How many? Different
For
mothers. 54% of black men are single and childless. 18% of black men account for roughly 80% of the children, 70 to 80% of the kids.
yeah,
So you're asking, how do you better yourself to become more deserving of being a wife in the future?
yes,
That's going to be hard, and I'm going to tell you why. You chose to have a child with a man who has four children. And I need you to ask yourself, the man who's deserving, why would he choose to pick a woman who chose to be one of four? You may be a perfectly nice woman, but you got to ask what the man wants.
Understand that.
All right, let's start with some practical stuff. How tall are you?
Oh, here you go. I'm
You
5'4".
you asked.
I'm 5'4".
You asked, right?
Yeah.
Dress size?
Ooh, I'm probably about a 13, 14.
Ma'am, you asked, and the fit, feminine, friendly, cooperative, submissive. The one thing that all women can do something about, regardless as to everything else, is their fitness.
You're right.
So when I ask a question that you know I ask all the time, it's the one question like, oh, so if you watch me all the time and you want to know the outcome, and why aren't you doing anything about that?
Dang.
If you watch me all the
I am
time,
going to try to lose weight.
it's not a try to, man. It's not
I'm
an
going to
option.
lose
It's
weight.
not. First off, it's not an option.
It is
You
not,
can't.
because I'm
First off,
not comfortable.
let's be real. You can't go through life as a single mother as a size 13 or 5'4". That's every bit almost 200 pounds.
But
That's almost 200 pounds. That's
I
heart.
am too.
There's type 1 or type 2
Okay.
diabetes. There's heart attack, high blood pressure, stroke. Okay, what?
I'm not, like, my stomach is not huge. I'm just, like, shapely. Like, I have a
How much
flat
you weighed the
stomach
last
and a
time?
big butt.
How much you weighed the last time you weighed yourself?
I'm 208.
Right, ma'am. You weigh more than I'm 6'4", and you weigh more than me. See, and this is the problem because the fat falls in places where black men like to have sex. They don't marry that.
You right?
So I'm talking to a woman who seems like you're legitimate. You have a good attitude, but unfortunately, the hard metrics: 25, child, baby mama, 4 or 5. Okay, that's the hard metric. And then saying, I'm going to be a dress size 13 or 14 when you know that men want women who are dress size 4 or 6.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
well,
not comfortable with my weight either. I understand. I do.
okay.
I
So just like I asked you, what percentage chance do you think you have of getting married in your lifetime? You said 50-50. By what age do you think you're going to start getting yourself into good shape?
I need to start now. I didn't even really.
I know what you need to do.
Yeah,
I'm asking you, at what age do you think you're going to start it?
I'm going to start now. I need to, like, for real.
I know you know. Okay, and see, this is what I'm making a point is, ladies, because you don't put a clock on anything, and you're not definite about anything. It's not a matter of knowing the information. It's a matter of doing stuff. You said less than 5 minutes ago, I need ironclad directions on what to do. No, that's not true. You need discipline and to stop being lazy.
Yeah.
Because the information is out there to do something. So, all right, man, I appreciate it.
All right. Thank you.
Bye-bye. See, and that's the thing.
So she's 25 years old, she's a single mother, she's overweight, and even she admits she messed up. On top of that, she's double-minded, meaning 1 minute she says one thing and the next minute she's going in a different direction. And yet she's talking about how she hopes to get married in the future. Now let me break this down. I'll give her credit for at least admitting she messed up. That's rare nowadays because a lot of women will sit across from Kevin and try to spin their situation like it's not that bad or like men should just accept it no matter what. But here she actually owned her mistakes. That's the first step. But the reality is, even with that admission, the consequences don't go away. The dating market doesn't give you a pass just because you admit fault. Men with options don't line up for overweight single mothers at 25. That's just the truth. Here's the part that concerns me most: the double-mindedness. She says she wants marriage, but her actions don't align with that. She says she wants a stable family, but her choices in men and her lifestyle tell a different story. And that's the disconnect Kevin always highlights. Women want outcomes without putting themselves in the position to be chosen for those outcomes. Let's also be real about the weight issue. It matters. Men are visual, and no matter how much society tries to downplay it, fitness and health are non-negotiables for high-value men. If you're already a single mother, already carrying baggage, and on top of that you're overweight, you've just narrowed your pool of potential suitors even further. You can't be demanding while ignoring the basics of what men actually want. Now, is marriage in the future impossible for her? Not necessarily, but the road ahead isn't going to be easy. She's going to have to make some serious changes, starting with discipline, fitness, and consistency. She's going to have to show humility and really lean into femininity, because men who have options aren't going to step into that situation unless she brings significant peace and value into their lives. So my reaction is this. She's young enough to turn things around, but time moves fast. At 25, she still has a window, but the next 5 years are critical. If she doesn't get focused, if she doesn't start aligning her lifestyle with her stated goals, she's gonna find herself in her 30s with even fewer options, still hoping for a marriage that never comes. The lesson here is simple. Accountability is good, but change is better. Admitting you messed up is step one. Doing the work to fix it is what will really matter.